Good morning, everybody. For those of you that have no idea who I am Reverend Michael Everett Davis. I am ordained as an interfaith minister through One Spirit Interfaith Seminary in New York City. I am currently on the ministerial path through Unity, serving as spiritual leader here under special dispensation until I am ordained as a Unity minister in June of 2028. So, I finally have an official month date to tell you. So there is not an end, but there's a target there. All right. Gosh, Susan and Greg, that was beautiful. More of that, please. So, in her book Self-Care, Kristen Neff, I believe it's in chapter 12, tells a story. I'm going to tell you this story, but it's going to be my version of it because I didn't memorize her version of it. So I'll be paraphrasing, but I still want to give her credit for her book. So it's Sunday. Stephanie has spent some time with her family and some friends, and it was a big day, and she was up a little bit late and exhausted and goes to bed. Monday morning, the alarm goes off. She's like, I can't get up yet. I need 9 more minutes of sleep. Hits the snooze. Alarm goes off, hits the snooze. I got to get to work. Oh, shoot, there's a meeting today. I got to hurry up. She gets her shower. She gets her coffee started. She feeds Sparky, her dog. She pours her coffee into her coffee mug. It's time to take Sparky out for a walk. She's getting the leash out, stumbling around, knocks her coffee over. Coffee spills everywhere. She's kicking herself as I shouldn't have slept in. I shouldn't have done this. Now I got to clean this up. I'm going to be so late. And so she gets Sparky outside, and Sparky's like, hey, it's a great day. I'm going to smell this. I'm going to smell this. I'm going to smell this. Taking forever. She's getting frustrated. She's basically dragging her dog along because it won't do its morning business. Finally, Sparky does what Sparky's supposed to do. She reaches into her bag to get a little poop bag, and she forgot to put one in there. So she's going through her bag. Well, here's some tissues and some wipes and stuff. So she cleans it up as best she could, goes home, washes her hands. Can't find her keys. They're not in her purse. They're not in that pocket where she always keeps them. Where are my keys? Oh my gosh, what did I do? I left them here. No, I didn't do that. It was like, I put them in my pocket because that way I would know where they were so I could get out the door faster. She walks into work 30 minutes late. She walks into the meeting sheepishly with everyone staring at her. She's embarrassed. She is angry with herself. She is so mad. She does not like herself one bit. So, something went wrong with Stephanie. Where did that start? If you have an idea, you can tell me. Hitting the snooze button. Maybe. Yeah. Being mad at herself, possibly. Yeah. We've all done that, right? So, Corinthians 13. I forgot. This is new, so. Corinthians 13 says, love is patient, love is kind. Was Stephanie being patient and kind with herself? With Sparky? She was not. Mark 12, Jesus says to love your neighbor as yourself. That insinuates that you love yourself. Was Stephanie giving herself grace? Was Stephanie really loving herself that morning? No, not really. So, hatred seems to be growing exponentially these days. And I have a theory. Hate is growing because self-hate is growing exponentially. We put so much stuff on ourselves and so much pressure on ourselves. We expect ourselves to do everything and to be top of the ladder for everything. We need to have a nice house, a nice car, nice clothes, a good job. We need to look like a supermodel. No, we don't. We don't need to do those things. But we start to compare ourselves with others, and it starts to snowball. Carl Jung says, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to understanding of ourselves. Those things that you don't like about yourself, oh my gosh, you can find them in everybody else. I was like, I don't like that about them. Really, you don't like it about you, and they're just showing it to you. They're mirroring it. It's part of your shadow. John 14, Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you really know me, you will know my Father as well. From now on, you do know him and have seen him. This particular passage gets used a lot to say that Christianity is the way. There are other ways. There are many other ways. But scholars look at this passage, especially Unity scholars, look at this and what Jesus is saying, I am. He's not talking about Jesus, the man from Nazareth. It's Jesus Christ, the anointed one, the one that is expressing himself as the divine, that expression that we are all striving to do, right? To be. This is the embodiment of love. So love is the way, the truth, and the life. You cannot get to the Father, or metaphysically, spiritually awakened without love. You got to have love to be spiritually awakened and to love others. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, every single song that we have sung today or was sung today was about love. Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. I am love. Love is patient. Love is kind. God is love. I am love. Love is an opening door. Coincidence? I think not. But love, back in 1965, who was it? Jackie DeShannon recorded the Burt Bacharach and Hal Leonard song, what the world needs now is love, right? Love, sweet love. And then later on, actually originally it was given to Dionne Warwick. She turned it down, and then it was popular, so she recorded it and made it even more popular. It could have been just hers, but what the world needs now is love, sweet love. I disagree. We don't need love. We are love. We are love. We are love, sweet love. This isn't just for some, it is for everyone. We just aren't expressing it. We aren't leading with it. We need to let love lead. We're preparing for the Unity World Day of Prayer here in a few weeks, and part of the affirmation that they have given us, there's 3 parts. Let love, what is it? Love leads me. The next one is faith leads me, or I'm led by faith, and then the other one is through prayer. Prayer leads me. So these next 3 Sundays, that's our topics, and so affirm with me. Love leads me. Love leads me. All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this Louise Dunn style. All right. So again, love leads me. Say it like you mean it. Love leads me. Let the people down the street know. Love leads me. Yes. So I have a quote here from Reverend Charles Roth, who was the minister here for many, many years. You want to go ahead and put that up there. It's this definition: wicked, those who leave God out of their lives. Righteous, those who put God into their lives. So in short, we're not punished for our sins or mistakes, we're punished by them. It is not that God punishes them, they punish themselves through either ignorantly or intentionally not obeying spiritual law. If God is love, right, we can change this. Wicked is those who leave love out, and righteous is those who put love into their lives or let love lead into their lives. So, my story about Stephanie, she wasn't being punished for hitting the snooze alarm. She was punishing herself. She wasn't giving herself grace. She wasn't giving herself compassion to get through the rest of that morning. And when we do things like that, we can reverse that with self-care. What's self-care, you might ask? So, I'm asking, what is self-care? Good food, right? Hot Epsom, oh, nice, yeah. Massages. What was that? Balance, yeah, good stuff. What was that over there? Forgiveness, ooh, yeah, that's real good. So, I've kind of been immersed in self-care for the last 10 weeks. And in looking at it and deeply and working on myself, I realized that what I thought was self-care is not. I mean, it is, but it's not. I always thought of self-care as something that you do for yourself as a reward. I worked really hard. I deserve a spa day. Right? That's self-care. I went through a huge challenge and it was really, really hard, but I made it through. I deserve some time off. I always thought of self-care as a reward. I now know, yes, you can reward yourself. An ice cream sundae can be self-care, just not every day. But I've learned and realized that self-care is actually preventative medicine. When you do self-care, then you're prepared for the troubling stuff, the hard stuff. I saw an interview with Olympic gold medalist many times over, Michael Phelps. And athletes often use visualization in their training. They visualize the race. They visualize every bit of the race. When Michael Phelps was training, yes, he used visualization in that way, but he also used visualization in a different way. He visualized his swim cap ripping. He visualized his goggles filling up with water. Because in an actual race, if those things happened, he knew what to do. It was not a shock to him in the moment that he had to, it was like, oh my gosh, my goggles are filled up, I can't see, what do I do? He's already visualized it. He's been there, he's done that. He knows what to do, what to expect. He knows what his body is going to do and what he needs to do to counteract that. And that's self-care. We can use spiritual practices as self-care, prayer work, meditation, eating healthily, drinking water. Those are good health care things. Breathing exercises, aligning our system, our energetic system, our neuro system to get out of the fight and flight area. So many of us are stuck there, so that with anything that does trigger us, that just makes it even worse. But if we can get ourselves balanced out of that, when something triggers us, we can take a breath and move through it because we can. We know what we need to do. We've been taking care of ourselves. So I do recommend that everybody come up with a self-care plan. Now, saying, okay, I'm going to go to the gym every day and I'm going to start dieting and eating healthy food right now, may not be good self-care, all right? Because what you might be doing is actually punishing yourself because you don't have self-love for your body. Love you as you are. And if that turns into you start exercising more or you start eating better, you have one less ice cream sundae a week, that's good. That's self-care. That's starting out and doing what you need to do for yourself. Louise Hay, founder of Hay House Publishing, has a great exercise that she has people do in her workshops. She usually has little mirrors that she gives them. I've been doing this at home. Whenever I pass a mirror, I look in my eyes and I say, I love you, Michael. Every time. There's a mirror at the top of our stairs. I walk upstairs and I'm like, I love you. And I go on to do whatever. I go to brush my teeth. I love you. And I'm brushing my teeth. And I'm taking care of myself. It's good. I'm in the process of developing a self-care program for myself. It's nearly done, and on Thursday of this week, I need to do a presentation on self-care and turn in a written thing. So I'll have this written thing of what my self-care plan is, but the instructor of my class has invited us to be creative with how we present our self-care plan. So I'm going to share that with you all. I'm going to practice delivering that. But I'm Michael Everett Davis. It's a chant.